Hello, peoples of California and possibly the rest of the world. Here is this. Nemo fell out. Here is this Dexter T300. It's a newer one. It has a spin launch. Put three Tide Pod Free and Gentle pods in there. Okay, this thing is recording. This might be one of my most expensive washes yet. So you guys know. Almost put a dime in there. Warm so the colors on the plushies don't fade, and start. Now, take it, this washer is a bit stuffed, but this isn't the first time I've stuffed a Dexter T300. Stuffed it at least once before. This one giant plush and 2 blankets. It's a really bad idea, but it still worked surprisingly. I'm going to bet that this won't be any different. Besides, these are hard mount machines, and they have very low RPM, so I don't think it's going to hurt much at all. That is a lot of suds for an HE washer. I mean, it's not horrible, but that is a lot of suds for an HE washer. But I mean, the other two next to me have quite a bit of suds also, so you're not complaining too much. Also, this is the same laundromat I plan to attain my speed clean from. They have at least 2 that aren't working enough. The owner could give me those for free or a small price. I guess the plushies are actually shaking up a bit. That's because there's water in there. Wash isn't actually that bad. For a front loader, that's actually pretty fast. And I thought the Speed Clean Horizons were fast. by the way, all the T300s here, all 4 of them, try to move the tripod without disturbing it too much. All 4 of them, the only 4 here, are being used. That this time I come here, the loudest thing isn't the speed clean top loader with a bad bearing. It's the fan behind me. I've been coming here for years, but every time I did, there was always a speed clean top loader with a bad bearing. In fact, there was a whole bunch of them that had bad bearings. Now they've gotten some new hitch machines, and I'm surprised that those are here because this is in Canada. But there were some hitch originators here years ago. Some plushies look like they've moved around a bit, except for Nemo and Hulk and Angel's teddy bear. Those don't look like they've moved quite much. right there. That's gross. That does not look like mine. One, it's too long. Well, I mean, I already have long hair, kind of, but that looks a little bit too long. That looks like a single hair. Even though it looks like there's a whole bunch of hairs. Should start a rinse. I mean, it's already on the rinse. I mean, the spin portion of the rinse. See, there's still a little bit of room in there. Not much, but there is a little bit of room in there. Oh my gosh. The bearings on this are horrible. Oh my gosh. Has horrible bearings. Alright, we're starting the final rinse now, but those bearings are horrible. someone needs to pass through. Just gonna move the tripod a little bit so they can pass through. Alright, try to reposition the tripod. That's alright. But I had no idea the bearings on this were this shit. Oh my gosh. They're just as bad as the Speed Queen bearings. It's just as bad as the Speed Queens that used to be here. With the bad bearings. And this one also has bad bearings. Oh my gosh, two of them. I'm gonna readjust the tripod again. Just a little bit. By the way, these aren't the old ones where the spin would kick in like that. They're more of like a residential machine where it slowly picks up speed. It's not supposed to sound like that at all. There's something rubbing on the belt. Mine just started the final spin. Some more bearing noise. Yay! due to short little amp decrease, which is strange. I have to kind of agree with Appliance Ace said. These are very small machines, so not many people will be worried. Time to put all this in the dryer. We're not too far from being all transferred over to the dryer. So it's 1/4 for a dry. No. 10 minutes? No, I'm putting 2 more quarters in there. See what happens if we put in 2 more quarters. 20, 30. I'll put in 1 more. 40. Perfect. Alright, we're going to try and catch the burner cycling. There it is. There is the burner. These are gas dryers. These are gas.